We're back to another season of On the Block. I am your host, Nimi81, with co-host KM1997. Last time we did this, we only got through, I think, 3 episodes because ZBB12 got canceled. Hopefully, this is different. ZBB13 is better and finishes, in which I think it will finish, but tonight we will be talking about the some of them are brand new, ZBB13 housemates and the twist that comes along with it. Overall, Kenny, expectations on this season?
I think a lot of the cast is young, like 13,
Amateur.
14. So, yeah, even some of the older ones are immature. So I don't really know what to expect. I don't think, in my opinion, I probably won't like it because I only like 2 people that are in the cast. So but it'll be different for everyone.
This cast was revealed. A lot of people on Zuper apparently did not like the cast. I don't see what's wrong with it, but we'll touch on that subject when we get back to it. Let me go on to our first ZBB13 housemate who was on ZBB12 and is back, BB Swag. You want to talk about him first, and I'll pick up later?
Yeah. Okay. I was excited to see BB Swag play ZBB12 because I felt he needed a partner, and I felt a partner season would be better for him. But I'm glad he has another chance to play after what happened in ZBB12. And from what I know, he wasn't really a part of ZBB12 crashing. So I was excited to see him get another chance to play again. I hope he does well. He's one of the people that I'm rooting for.
I did remember saying last time that I liked he was partnered with Aiden, and I felt Aiden was better than him, but now he's by himself, so it's all on him now. In a cast like this, I feel he's gonna do good, but I don't know if he'll do great. I really don't know BB Swag's gameplay. Me and him never really were on the right side of his gameplay. He seems like an alright person, though. Is he one of the immature people that you mentioned? Or do you feel like his game's going to be all right?
I think his game will be fine. He's not like immature in a bad way. I think his gameplay will be fine. He can be a bit sporadic with the way he plays. Sometimes it works. He's either hit or miss. He'll either be an early boot or he'll go pretty far. I hope he goes really far in the game.
All right. Our next housemate is someone personally I do not know. Brett21584. Have you heard of her, Kenny?
I don't really know her either.
Awkward. You have no clue who she is.
I seriously don't know who she is.
Is that going to be bad for her?
Huh?
Is that going to be bad for her? Because do people know who she is?
It might not be bad for her. You can always build your
reputation.
You can build it throughout the season.
And she is VIP or non-VIP?
I believe VIP.
She got a VIP spot. All right. So all I'm picking up from her is that she seems like an aether of the cast.
That could be fair.
Well,
you know how old is she?
I have no clue how old is she. And I can't even ask you what your opinions on how far she'll go because we don't know her game. So, We're looking forward to getting to know your game, Britt, if you are listening. On to the next housemate that we do know, Cool Cat. Natalie is, I'm rooting for Natalie. Are you, Kenny?
In all honesty, I'm not. I think he or she is too young to play. He's only 12. So I don't think that. I think the line on the application, I do believe that did help Cool Cat get casted because on the application it says he's 18, but he's 12 or 13. So I do think we'll see how it goes. I played with Cool Cat before.
I know that for
I'll
sure.
play. Huh?
I know that she's very dramatic.
Yes. She quit.
I think she'll be interesting.
She quit I Love Money because one of her allies backstabbed her. So I don't know how she's expecting this to go. So we'll see.
She does seem the sensitive type, but I mean, that's like almost so many people in this cast think with their emotions, which I feel is going to make an amazing season. When you think of your emotions and someone betrays you or backstabs you and you go crazy, that's just pure gold. I did that. But do you think she has a chance to win or go far or early boot?
I don't think Cool Cat would win. She could. You never know because you never know how far someone would go. But if I had to choose as of right now, I'd probably say early boot.
Okay. Next ZBB13 housemate is Emma. I never played the game with Emma before, but I have seen her around. I'm guessing she's popular enough. She has a fan base. Has she played ZBB before?
She hasn't, and she seems pretty well liked by the Super Public. I've never met her in any game.
I mean, like I've seen her around, and she has like a high rank. I'm pretty sure, so she has to have some type of recognition from the people on Super. But
well, you can get a lot of points from ICs and race games, but
true. But still, you have to play race games with the people who does it 24/7, so they will know who you are.
She's liked by Super Public. I don't know who she is really, but I know the Super Public likes her. A lot of people were happy to see that she got casted.
Is that going to be a threat to her? Because apparently that does come into play when when the public likes you and they're very vocal about it, you become a target.
It depends on how she plays the public game. If she's quiet, then it won't really matter because she'll lose the public support.
I mean, but you can't be quiet because that's what happened to the Breeze. He was a public love that he got casted, and he was too quiet, and they evicted him the first chance they got.
That's what I just said. If she's too quiet, she's gonna lose the public support.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Win or go far or first boot for Emma?
She could go far, I think. I don't know.
I see her going far. Winning, she has to do something. Or at least for me, she has to do something and claim it for me to see her as a winner. But that's just because I don't know her game either. One of my favorites of this cast is the next housemate, Ginger7. Have you ever played with Ginger, Kenny?
I have, and the only really memory I have with Ginger is we were in an LS together, and he voted. I was evicted like 7-1, and then he sent me a message out of the blue saying he didn't evict me, and I was like, "You did." And then he started screaming at me in the message. That's really my only memory with him. So I hope he doesn't have that type of temper in a game. That's pretty much based. I hope he doesn't have that type of temper in a game that's pretty much based off of social relations for the most part.
I've played also I play many LS or choices with I played many LS and Choices games with Ginger. He's a loyal guy. He is loyal, but when it comes to it, he will flip on you. I know that for sure. He flipped on me, and then he gets mad when you accuse him of things. In ZBB, I'm sure he's gonna be one of the power players of the season. I don't know how long he'll last. You know how long he'll last? You think? You know?
I kind of hope he does well.
I do too. I really do hope he does well. I mean, just looking at his profile picture right now, it just makes me. It looks like Pejoy. So, giving me flashbacks to possibly another Peach winner. I mean, he's not the best winner, but do you feel that Ginger could be a winner?
It will really be based on his public game, and we haven't seen much from him. Even though the game just started today, we still haven't seen anything from him.
He is not a big blogger. That's true.
And then that's gonna hurt him.
I just see him in games. He doesn't really talk post. And we'll just hedge before we go on to the next thing. It's gonna get really annoying with these people just making useless blogs, isn't it?
It's gonna get very annoying, and that's where the immaturity comes in with all of them.
I remember this morning, Runaways posted this blog that was very useless, and it's something he was calling out Cool Cat for not talking in a main chat or something, and I was just like, okay, you're all people just making useless blogs, and then people got mad that ZBB13 didn't do that. But moving onwards to the sixth housemate, Green Bay 712, aka Noah. We both played a game with him, so opinions on Noah?
If he plays how he did in High School 7, he will not win. I think in High School 7, I think of everybody in the merge, I would easily say he played the worst, even though he got second.
I have to disagree.
He was inactive. It seemed like he was inactive most of the game. Like,
that's not a bad playing style.
No, but people say he was Josh's sheep, and then they say he was like Miles' sheep and Riot sheep. Like, if he plays like that, then I don't think he's gonna really.
But because he was seen as someone's sheep, he got taken further into the game, and then when he went up,
other people started
by public.
Huh?
Let's not forget that he was nominated a lot of times, and he was saved by the public.
He was nominated twice.
Still, he beat me when I was nominated beside him.
He beat you because you played like that was your third time playing, and also most of the people in the house evicted the gamer when he went up with the gamer because they expected Noah to win, because I thought Noah was going to win that poll, and I evicted gamer. So,
do you feel that I mean that is like the only game I've played with Noah? So does that describe his entire gameplay?
I hope it doesn't. And also his public game wasn't really that well because he barely beat gamer. A lot of people feel like he shouldn't beat you. Jeremy says that the link isn't working for the thing.
He sent me that. But there's 6 viewers in here, so he just have to figure that out. Next is another returnee from ZBB12, someone that people said barely played the game, so hopefully she does play it this time. Amy Sunshine. I was rooting for her actually last time, her and Vin, and I don't think you were.
I didn't really care much for them because they didn't seem like they were doing much of it. They were one of the most quiet duos in the game. So if she plays like that, then she might do well again. Because it didn't seem like anyone was really after them. It seemed like a lot of the power players were targeting each other. So if she finds herself in a situation like that again, then she could do well.
Does playing ZB back to back puts a target on Amy and BB Swag,
It
they could
shouldn't.
be together
It
and
shouldn't.
right.
It shouldn't because Jake plays ZBB9 and one ZBB10, so I don't think it's.
But I mean that's different because I think those are all second chancers, so they all played again. Oh, this is a cast with a bunch of newbies.
I don't think BB Swag and Naomi Sunshine are second chancers though because ZBB12 didn't finish.
But they still played the game together.
Yes. Okay, I guess.
Okay. The not so happy person of my favorite in this cast is next. I don't even know how to pronounce his username.
JB Audrey or something like that.
Audrey, I say ZBB13.
Yes.
Josh and me have like the weirdest relationship, and it just shows his entire game. The most recent one I can definitely think of is that Josh likes to be in control. He likes to think that he is controlling things, and when it doesn't work out his way, he will throw a fit. Or
is that really what you? That's what you get from Josh?
Yes. Wait, I'm not there yet. He throws a fit, and then he gets very psychotic, if that's fair to say. If you guys, you viewers, don't know what I'm talking about, go back to the Big Brother Over the Top finale, his finale plea blog that explained his whole type of game style.
Okay, I know what you mean. I kind of know what you mean, but are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. You can talk about Josh.
Okay. I've played 2 games with Josh, and both times he's active, but it's like people targeting each other instead of Josh, and he's good at just like fading into the backgrounds. And then the last game I played with him was Parrish and Sarah's Big Brother game, and you ask anybody, Josh didn't do much of anything. If we're being honest, Josh didn't do much of anything, and he was taking credit for a lot of stuff that people were just like, "You just didn't do, Josh." And I think that's what he does. Like he'll float to the end.
That's what I meant. He takes credit. That's what he did with Big Brother OTT.
He'll float to the end and he'll kind of take credit for things that he just didn't do or even really take part of. So he can go far because of that's kind of how he plays. He just fades into the background. So I do believe he can go far. Unless he's targeted, and we'll see how that plays out for him.
Yeah, he took credit for a lot of things that we didn't do. And I mean that works for you in ZB because apparently you said I took credit for things that I didn't do and I got second place. So
you didn't win. So because
the thing with taking credit is people don't say anything. So he can take credit and someone doesn't say, but you didn't do that.
That's very fair because people let you take credit as well. No one said anything.
Yeah, and I made far, and I had a support behind me. So
yes, what the whole point of the game is winning over the public. He won BBOT, didn't he?
He did, which is good, and he was in the cage as well.
Lying can really help you in these games because it has helped before.
Lying can help you in any game that you play.
Well, no, lying about things that you did can help you with the public. Is pretty much what I mean.
They just released the memory wall for ZBB13, the full one. Did you see it?
I'm on that page. Or did they re-release it?
Yeah, like with Carter in it.
Oh, okay.
It's personally for me just very ugly and retro. Just red.
I don't
love red, but I hate that memory wall. The next person is like I don't know who casted Josh and then decided to cast this next person right behind Josh. Jeremy H likes food. My first rival on Zooper. I liked when I came to Zooper, I liked everybody. They were nice, blah blah blah. Then there was Jeremy, who I just couldn't stand. and then he left, and then he came back. And when he came back, I can stand him now. But Jeremy is still the crazy type of person that we all know. Your opinions on Jeremy?
I think he's definitely one of the immature ones. He can be pretty over the top with the way he acts, which I think it's kind of like, it could be like Avalon, because the vocal majority of the public really liked Avalon, but she ended up losing to someone that wasn't that much well known, because I think people got tired of the.
And before Jeremy goes up beside Britt, and then Britt stays.
So if Jeremy doesn't play like that, with just, being all over the place first 3 days in the game, if he doesn't play like that, maybe he could go far. I don't really know. The only game I played with Jeremy was I Love Money, and people were tired of him early on. So
I really, I did play a game where I had to be like his partner, and he was very controlling. And when you have two controlling people, that's not really a perfect duo. So I don't see him and Josh getting along, but I'm very interested to see how Jeremy plays. He, when it comes to people who are naturally crazy with a game style, I think the public will always like them, but do you feel he has a chance to win?
I think he does. If he, it depends on how he constructs everything throughout the season. I do think he can win, though.
Do you feel he may get evicted the first time he's up?
It depends. If he's like the good type of crazy that's like entertaining, actually playing the game and whatnot, then I think he could do well. But if he's just pointless drama, speaking in caps for no reason and all that annoying stuff, I think he could be a pretty early boot.
Our next housemate is nipple_berry69. Was she on ZBB12?
No, her brother, I think Nipple's the guy, but his brother was.
Looking at the avatar, and it's a girl, so I'm gonna say.
Okay, her brother was on ZBB12.
Brother, who?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie and Kenzie, yeah. Interesting. And but she played ZBB before. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce that. ZBB 3.
Yeah.
And she got 4th place. And I asked this question last time, and you told me it shouldn't matter, but and I think I asked it again, because you played the game and you had a little bit of public support back then. Should that put a target on you?
I don't think it should. It could, but I don't think it should put a target on you. Just like I feel being a winner last season shouldn't put a target on you, I still feel the same way. It just shouldn't.
Do you know Nibbleberry?
I don't, but from what people speak about her on from ZBB3, people say that she was like one of the best players that season, and was robbed due to a lack of a public game. Like, she didn't speak much to the public. So maybe hopefully she can do that again. Because I was like, I'm actually rooting for Nippleberry.
There's like so many people that I'm rooting for in this cast that you have to like realize a lot of people are gonna go home every single day in this upcoming week. Do you feel Nibbleberry will be very early boot?
I hope not.
You have faith, like you want her to do good.
Yeah, I do. I want Nibbleberry to go far.
All right. I don't know if I don't know how people are with this next housemate. I've had an ups and down relationship with him. I'm sure you did too. I don't know. But the next housemate is Runaways. And he finally got onto a ZBB season, so he can stop complaining now. His gameplay is sporadic. I know that for sure. And I'm very interesting. I don't even know if sporadic's the word. I'm very interested to see the reunion of Josh in Runaways because, like I stated with Josh, that they played BBLTT together and they didn't really mesh well. So I'm very interested to see that relationship and how that goes. But do you have any opinions on Runaways?
I might be actually rooting for Runaways. I think Runaways can be a bit annoying
He
with
is very
the
annoying.
way he is sometimes,
Very annoying.
but I don't think it's like in that much of a bad way.
Very, very bad.
I don't think it's that much of a bad way.
Not bad, but it's like one that you can't stand.
It could end up being something like that. Like you said, that blog you posted earlier was pointless and
Very
useless.
pointless.
Then if that's true, then he shouldn't post blogs like that often because then it just gets annoying, especially if it's an everyday thing.
But that's what they think. They think that the public needs to know every little detail that's going on. So let me make a blog.
But yeah, Runaways is probably my top 5 support.
Oh, I have support for him too. I haven't really even seen the strategical side of Runaways.
I've never played a game with
Runaways side of him I've seen.
I've only played a fast long survival with Runaways. I've never really played with him.
And you have support on him.
Yeah.
You think
because I think it'll be interesting. I do think Runaways would be interesting though.
All right. This next person hates my guts. She recently hates me, and I don't know why. It's R. Vanderep. That's how you pronounce it, right?
I assume.
R. Vanderep. All right. Or AKA Olivia. Let me just put the right on Olivia is another crazy person in this cast. This cast has so many crazy people. Olivia is very good at making things seem like they are something. You know what I mean?
I kind of understand that.
She morphs things and it's not like strategically. She just calmly talks. She attacks you and makes it seem real. And I'm scared for the season because her and Jeremy are reunited and they played I Love Money 4 together. They are both crazy there, and they still kind of were crazy in All Stars. So it's like I feel bad for the non-crazy people. #Brit. To they have to play with. How do you feel about R. Vanderep?
I don't know where you're getting this. I didn't get that vibe when I spoke to Arvan and
You were in the vault with her.
Okay, that's true. But we did speak one-on-one, and I didn't get that vibe from her. But
what vibe? To manipulate?
That she attacks you when she speaks. I didn't just get that. Yes. Maybe it's because she was nominating me and she didn't want to give me much. I don't know.
This is how she is. She was very calm. And then when she felt something was not going to go her way, she made up a lie. When she got caught in her lie, she attacks you to make the lie like kind of turn around on you. And you know how when you're like confronting someone and they try to turn that thing around on you? She's very good at that.
That could help her in this game. If she's actually as good at that as you're making her out to be, and that would be a fun thing to watch.
I think even though I don't like her at the moment, she doesn't like me, I feel like she's gonna go far. If she's nominated, I will save her because I think that she's a smart girl. And it's about time she played ZBB. This is her first time, right?
Yes.
We're let's just go to the newbie, the new person who just received his key today because Shadowballer, he rest in peace, dropped out. of the competition, which I was rooting for. The final housemate and the next one we'll talk about is Carter Canton. You know him?
I don't know him, but I've seen him here and there on the talks page, and from what I've gathered, he seems pretty level headed. So, and that's something that I do think most of his cast isn't.
He played before, it seems. He played ZBB.
Yeah, ZBB2. So I do. As of now, I am rooting for him. I have no. Huh?
He played ZBB2, the
Yes.
Cage 2, and now he's in ZBB13. How far did he make it in ZBB2?
Wasn't he with Jacob?
I don't even know.
I think they got like fourth or third.
Hold on. They just posted something.
It's just the memory wall.
What's the difference?
Nothing. It's just a memory wall. Memory wall.
Unless it's some type of twist or whatever. That's useless. Where were we? I was trying.
Yes, they got fourth. Carter Canton and Violet, aka Millionaire. They got fourth.
They got fourth place.
Yes.
And then how far did he make it in the Cage 2? Did he win it?
I have no idea. No, he didn't win.
He said he's the father of the Cage 2. I'm looking right now. Sorry. How the hell do you see if he played? Oh, he didn't win. No, he was
Never said he did. He said he got robbed of a twist of a double eviction.
Yeah, he's the fourth or fifth person evicted.
Yeah, he said he got robbed of by a double eviction.
Do you feel he has public support coming in?
From what I've gotten from the public so far is that the public doesn't really like him. So
they don't like him?
That's what I've gathered from the way the public reacted when they saw he was the final housemate. I don't think the public really likes him like that.
He has immunity though from the first nomination. Is that good for him?
Does he really?
Yeah. Remember, they said because he mixed out of the bonding, he's immune. Or did I read that wrong?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't read the whole blog, but if that's true, then hopefully he doesn't go up for 15th. Then that's going to be a bad look. But,
well, I mean, if he goes, it's not his fault if he goes up for 15. It's just he has to stop himself from going up.
Yeah, I know that.
Right?
Yeah, I know, but I think if he goes up for 15th, people are going to hold that against him. And especially if he gets most of the all but 2 or 3 votes, then yeah, that's going to really hurt him.
Yeah, he's immune from first nominations. I think he'll make the middle, and then if he makes it halfway, it's up to him how far he goes after that. I feel. Where do you see him?
I hope he goes far. I can't really predict on it yet. I've never played a game with him. I've never seen him.
He goes far though.
Because I'm rooting for him.
Why?
He seems like he's a pretty level-headed guy, so that's why I'm rooting for him.
All right. The next person is the person who was begging me to host this crap today. Sparky44, aka Miles, aka guy who is in love with Jewish people for some reason. He's obsessed with Jewish people. So.
He's Jewish. He's Jewish, Neem.
I know he's Jewish, and I make the joke because every time I talk to him, he just brings up Jew stuff. But what do you feel about Miles right now? We played a game with him too at Just 7.
I've played a few games with Miles, and I don't. I think he plays different in every game. Sometimes he likes to be like he was very shady in high school 7. I think he was very shady. Um, and then he kind of. I think Miles can do well. I also think he could be a. I think he could be an early boot as
I,
well.
I
Though.
want to say I want him to win, but I don't feel he has the name to win.
I'd love for Miles to win.
I do too. Um, his game style is very hard to pin
I
out.
think. I think to be 13, I think he plays very well to be 13. But
He told wait, I thought he was 14.
he's 13 or 14.
Uh, I mean, he is one of the younger players of the season, but he's not immature like certain people at this cast. So
Personality wise, he is, but that's fine. Game wise, he's not though. I think he's very. I think he's a good game player.
same. He has a very good read. That I do know. He has a very good read on people. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out for him. And
I think he's good at making people trust him too, which is always good. That's a good quality to have.
agreed. If he doesn't win though, I see him top 6 for sure.
Hopefully,
My winner pick is next. Tavian. Yay! I was so happy that he got casted. I don't know why. I barely even talked to the guy. You know Tavian, do you?
I do. I played 2 games with him.
Oh
And
yes, I forgot.
the first game, I thought he was a pretty nice person, and then in the other game, he kind of flipped for no reason and got 5th. So if he's gonna, I think, and it seems like that's his gameplay to flip.
He flips for fun, and he says he doesn't. I talked to him about it. He says that he does not flip for fun.
Well, it hasn't worked out for him yet, so it's obviously for fun. So that's all I have to say about it.
Tavian he's a nice guy. I mean, I met him in BBLTT, and I was like, I think no, I played another game with him, but he was just so nice to talk to. I only talked to him for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and he was a nice person, and I just immediately trusted him. And I mean, he wasn't loyal to me.
It's not hard to get your trusting.
Huh?
It's not hard to get your trust.
I'm an easy person to trust, yes, but I can tell when someone is BSing me or not. I couldn't tell with him, and so that's impressive, at least to me. If I can't tell you're BSing me, I like you as a game player. And the guy was BSing me the whole BBOTC season, so I am rooting for him. He is my winner pick. What about you? You don't think he'll win?
I think he'll do well, but he won't win because flippers will never win.
Lies.
They won't win, but I think he'll do well, but he won't win.
I'm trying to think of someone who. Nope, that's a lie. Adam won Survivor 33. So, sorry, spoiler alert. If you didn't.
I mean, unless Taven is gonna drop a bomb that his mom is sick.
Oh, that didn't mean anything because if he wasn't gonna win, Hannah was gonna win, and she flipped too.
That's debatable.
But I feel Tavian has a very good shot. I mean, you can't just think that he's gonna. I mean, you can't really just flip to flip in CBB. So, and I don't think the public is gonna take that likely. So if he does flip and everyone's calling him out on flipping, and then he gets nominated, that's his fault, and he'll get evicted.
I don't think the public cares about flippers. Like, I don't think they care if you flip or not.
But I mean, if you flip and they all know you flip, and then you end up getting yourself nominated, that's bad gameplay on you. And I feel like they will evict you if you're playing a bad gameplay. Right?
Okay.
No? Okay. Fine. The final housemate before we are joined by Twist Dude. Doodle. Wolfwood CP82, aka Caleb. That's his name, right? Caleb? I'm just getting that right.
Yeah.
All right. I need to check something real quick. So you go talk about Caleb.
Caleb, I think he got like 5th in ZBB2, and then I think he got like last in All Stars. So it's like hit or miss, it seems, with him in these seasons so far, in ZBB so far.
Okay, talk. Sorry.
I hope he does do well, though. I am rooting for him. I played a few games with him. I think he has what it takes to win 100%. He has what it takes in game to win. I don't know if he'll have the public support. I hope he does, though.
The first ever fast survival game or ever game I played on Super period was he was in it, and he was my ally, and because I was new at the time, he evicted himself so that I can go to the final 2. And I never really played a game with him ever since then, but I do remember him. And I feel like that's just him as a person. He's a generous person. He's very nice, but he's also very strategical. And I think he will do very well. He played ZBB before as well, didn't he?
Twice.
He played twice. This is his 3rd time.
Yeah.
And what season did he play? Oh, 5th place in ZBB2. So he was evicted right before Carter. And
I think it was 5th.
Yeah, he said, I'm looking at his blog.
Yeah.
What was the other ZBB?
All Stars.
All Stars, yes. And what did he get in All Stars?
I think he was like 1st or 2nd out.
Man, this All Star class just looks so bland. So many people that I know, and it's all sarcasm. And do you feel he will do great?
I hope so.
Winner pick for you, or no? You haven't even said a winner pick for you.
I don't really have one.
Okay. Well, as we're like, that's all 16. How do you feel about the cast now? I mean, you still always have the same feelings, but still.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just being further examined, like full cast. How do you feel about it?
I mean, I hope it's good. I hope one of my few people that I'm rooting for wins.
I can't get onto Skype. Can you message Doodle? He can join now. And then continue talking.
Okay.
Okay, well, while we're getting into there, before we end in 10 minutes, we have to talk about the twist of the season. Which apparently, it's Wheels. That's the twist. A wheel brought...
He says he's coming. He says he's coming, and he got 15th in ZBB2.
So he was 2nd out.
Yeah.
So apparently, Wills is a big key in this season of ZBB13. Wills is the reason that Carter got chosen as the final housemate, and now it's going to be the 2 twists that takes place. If you haven't seen that blog, I'm just going to read it.
Hello.
Hi, Doodle.
Well,
well, you can explain it now.
Okay.
The twist.
Wait, what am I explaining? I'm sorry.
The twist. The wheel twist.
Okay, the twist. Okay, so basically we were thinking of something that would basically put the twistiness of the game in the hands of the players. And someone, we'll reveal that soon in the season, brought up the idea of a gambling twist. And that's how the idea of the wheels came up. So basically there is one wheel with names of all of the house guests on it. And whenever it's spun, whichever name it lands on will become another nominee. No questions asked. Every house guest gets 1 spin at the wheel. They can spin at any time. There is no limit for the number of spins per round. So technically everyone could spin round 1 and then everyone would be nominated. And once that your name is picked by the wheel, you're taken off of the wheel. So you can't be nominated by the wheel twice.
Oh, that's
And then once that we get to our first eviction, the surviving nominee with the smallest percentage will get a chance to spin the second wheel if they choose to. The second wheel has various twists that will change the way nominations work and could also give that person special powers. In fact, I have the list of things on that wheel if you want the exclusive.
Did you take my idea from what I gave you and put it into that wheel, or you just scrap that whole thing?
I probably had some things. The twist that you sent in, I am very interested in, and I'm looking at it for a game in the future. But the whole wheels and everything was brought as one singular idea.
All right. Well, my opinion on the first real thing. How do you campaign when you're nominated by the wheel? Does that automatically makes you safe? Because you shouldn't be evicted because you were nominated by the wheel.
Well, what I'm thinking is whenever we see in many ZBB seasons, there tends to be a large majority alliance and a few stragglers that tend to get picked off early. While if they do that again this season, then those people at the bottom can just spin the wheel, and if they nail one of the big players at the top, then the audience may be tempted to vote one of them out to try to break that alliance up. And also, if it lands on someone who's a big enough target early on, then the House vote might be too tempted to all go against one power player who's nominated early.
They can spin the wheel and land on themselves, and they can get themselves nominated?
Yes. That's the dream for me.
And you only get one spin, right?
You only get one spin.
Okay. So it's still the same 2 noms, 3 people go up, and then if a real is spin, it'll be 4 or 5 or 6 people.
2 people go up from the House vote.
Oh, 2.
And if it's spun, then the 3rd or 4th person will go up, and so on.
When you spin, aren't your votes canceled when you spin?
Yes. Once that you spin, that House guest cannot vote for nominations.
So that's kind of stupid though, because you might want to make a move, but you don't know who's going to get nominated, so you're just throwing away your 2 votes.
Well, it's there for the people at the bottom who have nowhere to go. It's so that people have to blindside people in order to keep everyone from spinning the wheel. If someone knows they're at the bottom and they can't do anything about it, if that's me, I'm gonna spin the wheel to try to get someone up.
But yeah, always do something about it until the deadline.
Name. It's kind of like the Apple thing in HS7, and Ed, he knew he was getting evicted, so what did he do? He decided to bite the apple.
I personally bite that apple. That is actually that's a good example. Now I get it, but I still don't. I feel like if you know that you're going to be the target, don't throw your votes, because you can still kind of.
No, but that's the thing. People don't know if you spun. So if you spin and then try to cause chaos, then that's that.
So you can still, so they won't know that you spun the wheel and that your votes don't count. But
the results of the spins aren't revealed until the nomination ceremony.
Okay, so they're all just left out of the loop until that block comes.
Right, exactly. So they can still go campaign and try to stay. Like, it won't be posted publicly until the nomination ceremony.
And the person who's nominated by the wheel, they still get nomination votes. They still get 2 nomination votes.
Right, they do still get nomination votes. And I also think there could be a pity factor from the audience.
About to keep them?
Yes.
That was an initial thing. Unless it was someone like Awesome Guy who got nominated by the wheel, then I feel like they won't go. And then the second twist, you said you would give details on that?
Yeah, I can if you want. So a lot of it just changes the way nominations work. So these are the things on the wheel as of now. There's one where if it lands on it, everyone gets one nomination vote for the round. So there has to be careful splitting of the votes. There are face-to-face noms on there. There's a nominate to save. There's a double eviction, which will have more specific rules on whenever that's landed on. But basically, a lot of people will be nominated whenever that's spun. There's a backwards round wherever Zwooper will get to nominate and the house guests will get to evict.
Yeah.
And there's one where there will be 2 rounds of immunity for whoever spins it.
That's all of them? Or
That's all of them. 1 or 2 more may be added. I'm still debating it before it's officially revealed. But all of those will definitely be on the wheel.
This wheel legit like sounds like the twist that I gave you.
Really?
It's just like modified. But I like it. It's simple. Right, Kenny?
Yeah, I do like the twist of the wheels and the whole gambling thing, because I see where Doodle's coming from. Where if you're on the bottom and you know you're going up, then why not just take a shot in the dark? Like, it makes sense.
The only good thing I can see about this is like if you still have your wheel and you know, and like you're like, let's say you're in the final 7 and you know there's people controlling it and their name is still on the wheel, then that's a good time to spin the wheel because you can.
You can't use it at final 7. It stops at like final 8 or 9.
Oh, well, but still that's an example. If you know, like, let's say there's a 5-person alliance and you're in the final 9 and you know you're going to get nominated and you still have a spin. There's a 5 out of 9 chance one of those people from that alliance will go up, and that's the best chance you can take to spin the wheel.
Yeah, and that's what I was mentioning earlier. If the wheel is spun and it lands on someone in a big majority alliance, like a lot of times whenever we do the vote to save and a lot of people get nominated, the public tends to target the people who are in the big majority alliance.
Because they don't want the game to be predictable.
Right, exactly. And that's what this adds.
I think that's smart. Not a bad twist. Are there going to be any new housemates added to the sponge, or is this like the final cast?
As of now, this is the final cast.
Boo. I'm so mad that y'all didn't even put me on the freaking wheel.
Well, I mean, you just played. You were in 11, right?
Yes, I was. But you said anybody who applied.
You have to wait 3 seasons.
You said anyone who applied and was VIP will be put onto the wheel, and I do not see my name on that wheel.
You're like, we couldn't cast you in the first place.
Well, I'm actually, and you casted this cast, right?
No, it was a group effort. Yeah, a lot of things are taken into consideration.
Do you got?
I mean, it's not the best cast, but it's an interesting one.
Well, a lot of things are taken into consideration whenever making the cast, and one of them for this season was this wheel, and we wanted to try to get a group of people that would approach the wheel in various ways. Like I wanted some people who would make really rash decisions and spin the wheel and then regret it, which is something that I think will definitely happen. I wanted some people that would really think it out, and I don't know. I just think that with this cast, this twist will have a variety of outcomes.
Very. Is it safe for you? I mean, you're the cameraman inside the house, so is it? What's going on inside the house, if you can say?
I was just added into the house chat like a couple hours ago. So I actually need to read up on everything. But I will say that we could potentially have someone spin the wheel this first round.
Nom sets are already starting or something?
Just on the way things could be going.
Tomorrow's the first nominations.
Right.
So they should be nominating tonight.
Yeah, they'll be nominating tonight in the morning.
When is they change for this season?
It's at 22 ZT.
Okay.
22. What's easiest EST time it is?
EST. I'm not sure. I have to
It's
check.
5 p.m.
Okay, that's good for me.
Yeah, it's a little later than usual. But yeah, I think it's fine.
All right. Well, thank you, Doodle and Kitty. Obviously, I feel like this season is going to be interesting. It's not the best cast, like I said, but
I'm proud.
I don't even. I mean, it's a good cast, but it's not like it's like a lot of people for drama purposes, in my opinion. But I feel it's going to be good. So, Kenny, anything last you have to say before we end?
I'm excited to see how everything plays out. Like I said, I like the twist with the gambling and the wills and everything. So I'm excited.
And you still don't have a winners pick?
I'll say Jeremy.
Super, is it fine if you can say a winner's pick? Or you can't?
I'd rather not.
All right. Well, obviously I already said my winner's pick is Tav. But if Tav disappoints, I'm gonna go on a high end here and say Team Brit. I want to see how Brit does. So, with that is the end of our show. Thank you for the loyal viewing members to spend this hour with us. While the other people kept going in and out. And we will be back maybe tomorrow or in 2 days, who knows, with the next show. Until then, good night.